Hello, this is an AYD League game where white wins by resignation because of the snapback in the top. The entire group died at the end, so this dragon it's no longer alive for black. But if that thing doesn't happen, white is still winning by a very short margin, maybe 2 to 4 points, something like that. Anyway, close game. So there's a double snapback happening at J19. Therefore, white needs to protect. Sorry, black needs to protect by playing. Wait. Yeah, let's go back here. So black can play H19 or J19 or K19. Usually, it's better to play one of the moves on the left or the right. And the reason is when black plays J19, white has a code red playing Atari here and another code red playing Atari like this. So there are two code reds for white. When black plays makes the eye at H19, white only has one code red. So when white plays Atari inside, black captures and is done. And if white plays the other Atari inside, black will take, and again it's only one threat instead of two. But okay, black can also defend J19, so that's a very tiny detail. But if black plays away, like it happened in the game, white has the move to prepare the double snapback, so either capture on the right or on the left, and now the group dies because this is a false eye. So that's a pity. The game was exciting, full of fights and interesting tactics, and all of a sudden black collapsed. It happens. What can you do? Just pay more attention next time. So let's see. We have Fuseki, parallel Fuseki with star points and Komokus. Black plays the trendy, fashionable two-space high Shimari. Nothing wrong with this. Well, white has several options. The inside approach, the Sun Invasion right away, or simply approach M3. But 017 it's a fine move too. Black plays away, that's good. Shows fighting spirit. And here, black approaches all the way, that's nice. This is what the AI likes too. Instead of finishing the Joseki at C10 or D10, many top professionals and top AI, they go for C6 first, and when white defends the corner, which is common, just play Keima defense, black can continue with C4 and Hane. So now black can combine these Josekis in a way to control the left side, but without taking the middle side extension of D10 right away. So this follow-up it's quite common. When black extends back, usually it should be the proper extension of D10. D10 is the right distance from D14 and also good distance from C6. Now, when black has the other Joseki on the board, with D13 the hanging connection, then approach the corner C6, now it's normal to play Ogema, D9 or to space jump C9 because this is a better distance from D13 formation. You always want to be 3 spaces across. So it's pretty much the same thing here. You have the solid connection and usually black finishes the Joseki with a 3 space jump. So when black approaches the corner, playing D9, it leaves a big gap. It's 4 space extension, so white can jump in at D11 anytime. But when black plays D10, the space is more narrow for an invasion at D12. Black will just connect. And maybe white is not so encouraged to invade here either. But well, there is still Agi with B12 and jump out and so on. That's a different story. So now black extended back to D9. But it's good to remember in the future to consider C4 attach and the follow-up in the corner or the extension D10. Now white plays a double approach. And here is the first fight where white takes a little advantage. So this is the kind of situation where black shouldn't block either way, because it doesn't matter if black blocks R16 or Q17, the group will just end up heavy, because black doesn't have a middle side extension to go for a Moyo. This is the kind of block black plays when black already has a stone around Q11 or Q10 in place, and then black will go for a Moyo on that particular side. But here we'll end up pretty heavy and running. So black can leave the position as it is and just go for other points, for example, an extension at K3 or take the corner, shoulder hit, any other move in the big places on the board, but on the right side locally, it's good for black to play a move like q13. When q13 is played, of course white can play the uh, fancy move to connect both stones at s18, then black will go down, white will drop to keep everything connected, and then black plays a hanging Keima to connect on the outside, because if white pushes, then it forced to cut and ladder like this, or play Atari the other way, then Atari again, and capture the 3 stones in a net. So black is all connected with that double Keima. But white can also play just q17, which is more common. Then black will drop at r13 to go for the right side. White again will go for the Kosumi in order to prepare the push and cut at q14. But black is not going to cover here, but play the Keima again. So this is the way to go for outside thickness. And as we can see, r16 is just a neutral point, so it's not important for black to push there. Now, when we go back to the original game, black pushed r16. Now, white connects in the top, obviously, and then these 3 stones for black, they are going to run. So normally black will play a 1 space jump to escape to the center, because there is no way to make a base. And in this case, white can play p16, which is a key point threatening to cut. Black is forced to connect and create a heavy shape. Then white can extend in front of the wall. So in the end, this r16 didn't do much. It didn't build anything for black, and even if it keeps white's group separated, white is fine, because white can live in the top and also live on the right side separately, so white doesn't have to be connected. But now black plays a wedge, and this is a move that black should reconsider, because when white goes Atari, black connects, and first of all there's an empty triangle here, which is heavy. It's true there are now 2 cutting points in the top, so black wants to cut on the left or on the right, but white can prevent these cuts by going down. And this is actually what happened in the game. And now if black separates, to make sure that r14 doesn't connect to the corner, white can extend for a base. And again we have a meaningless wall running into the middle, but without any I shape, and white will profit both in the top and the right side. That's why it's not good for black to play the wedge. So locally for black it's interesting to jump out, or again put pressure with the Keima, but again white can hit the vital point, force a heavy shape, and then just discard the stone like this. And later it still keeps some agi, for example this Kosumi to connect in the top or connect under at s13. So it's really heavy for black to play this way. Therefore, good to remember not to block r16. Now if you have the same scenario when let's say black has a stone in the middle of the side at q10 in place. Now when white plays the double approach and black comes out p15 with the Kosumi, when white jumps in the corner, it's obvious that black will block the right side and jump out, because having the middle side extension, this doesn't allow white to get a base on the right. If white wants to escape from that stone, white has to play a move like this, a 1 space jump, and it just creates a heavy group. So white doesn't even want to take any action early on. Therefore, in this case, it's okay to block the right side, because there was a middle side extension in place. So that's how the decisions are made here. If there is a middle side extension like q11 or q10, then it's okay to block r16. Otherwise, just go for outside thickness, q13 or n15 in this case. Another option for black is to play loose like p12. Then when white connects q17, go down r12. If white connects under, just extend. So don't worry so much about making points or territory with this q16, but transfer the influence on the right side. And of course white will connect under and keep the corner, but nothing to do about that. White had more stones in the corner originally. So back to the original game, let's see how this fight developed. White went down, black puts pressure, so here white can easily connect under anytime. And then the group in the center is still kind of floating. White pushed, that's fine. Then white played away. But actually here, white should no be and play a 1 space jump. Just erase the right side. Then when black plays a Keima to fix the group, white can come all the way to m3. It was a little bit hasty to play m3. It's a big point, but this can wait. So black turned r12. Oh no, black didn't, but he could have. R12 is actually good. Forces white to connect under, and then react on the bottom side. For example, pincer J3. This R12 gives a lot of potential on the right side. So black separates, white jumps, turns first, then jump. This is playable, but white could push first and then jump, and now there is no way for black to use the cuts. I mean, in this case, black is going to be captured all over. Playing the jump right away, black could punish, push, and cut. But maybe white was prepared for this sacrifice, and in the end it's not such a big deal to lose 3 stones and leave on the right side. So the flow was pretty good for white here. Actually, it's good enough to extend r7. With r6, white wants to put more pressure on the r4 corner. So black attaches. The way to defend here, it's actually o3. o3 or o2. Because this formation is already strong enough in the corner, and playing o3 weakens m3. So white will probably extend back here or j4. Well, even if j4 is played, black can invade later on like this. So maybe k4, but k4 leaves other agi. For example, this j3 attach. Now, black has a vital point to invade the right side at r9. And here white can counter it with a Tesuji and then drop down to keep everything connected. But then black will probably play in the top. Some invasion. Can be a middle side invasion like this. So the game is still kind of balanced. But this attach actually helps white on the right side, and black is still kind of low. I mean, small in the corner. So, zack, okay, that's good, pull back. Yeah, this Hane, it's not necessary. White is already strong on the right side, so white should slide. This slide, black will either block the corner at q2 or p3 and then extend back. So in the end, black became a little over concentrated here and just helped white, because white got strong on the right side and keeps the base, and also pretty strong on the bottom side. Therefore, it's not good to play attach moves on weak stones, because this r6 was still kind of thin. It's a bit far away from s10, so better protect the corner, then think about invading k3 or invading r9. So back to the original game. White played a Han at s4, but this is just endgame. And this move is not necessary, because when black cuts, oops, like this, white can just Atari and go down. So white can actually capture those stones, and black still needs to come back and fix the corner. And in this case, white has a very nice position on the bottom too. So with this Hane, white is actually playing endgame in Fuseki. That's a nice move, a pretty big one. But here, the bottom group is kind of thin, so black should still think about the pincer like j4. j4, it's a way to defend while attacking. White has to come out or slide to try to connect the stone. This attach will probably make white stronger on the bottom area. So that's a Joseki. White shouldn't push one more. It's enough. White got Sente, so now it's time to play k4. White can still slide, threatening to jump again at q2 or clamp s2 and take away the base. So black might defend and then extend back to k4. But k4 directly is good too. If black plays a move here, white already got the profit on the bottom, and now white can go for a large point in the top. So white push along, black bumps. This block is good, but well, it makes black stronger on the left side. Oh, Ogema. So white really wants to build a lot on the bottom. But that might be a little bit greedy. Black can reduce on this line, and in the end, white it's still going to be less. Jump in right away. That's a bit too much. Just come on the same line with white, because if if white comes out again, black can jump in and erase more. So white still needs a move like j4 to keep the bottom area. And when we look at the moyo that is forming here, there is this kind of sector line. So it's interesting for black to play a move and break it to reduce the bottom. So let's see how the fight evolves here. Black doesn't have too many liberties like this. So this can be a little more dangerous. The shape point is actually j4. but then white plays a nobi, and black can try tsuke, pull back, clamp, and then go out. It's difficult to make eyes inside, so black should find a way to escape. Playing this move, white can think about the vital point, yeah, J4. It's a good point to erase the eye and set up a snapback formation. If black plays a hane, white can cut. That's a problem. Or oh, sorry, the cut here doesn't work directly, but a double hane would work. So Atari, extend, then hit the vital point, double up to go for a cut. But here black can just leave it, give up one stone, and save the most of the group. Somehow black died inside with these stones and there wasn't enough compensation. So the way to go out here for black is just turn. This is where white wants to go. So on hane, white will play here threatening snapback, then there's Atari, and it's difficult to save the group. But if you play like this and white continues with a keima, then push along, white comes out, push one more, white has to turn or nobi, then cut and fight this way, because if white wants to save the bottom stones, black will catch a stone in the middle and it's out. So there are better ways to fight. Even though J4 it's a nice key point. Let's see, Atari, yeah, it's better to play Atari first, then Atari again, and now the Kosumitsuke. When white goes up, just escape to the middle. So this exchange can help to have 1-2 on the board. So connect. Then when white covers, it's difficult to escape, and now it's hard to compensate too. So black has to find some ways to use the cuts. Some ko. That's probably not enough. We need a bigger threat. But where? It's too early. This cut can be an option. So when white eliminates the ko, just kill the corner. Here, well, black can go down and try to catch those guys. But black made a mistake going for the ladder, because here it's better to descend. Now, when white extends, black has 1, 2, 3, 4 against 4. So black turns, white turns, turn, block, cover, and white is captured faster. So playing this Atari, white plays Atari under, and black captures the stone. Actually, it's better to take right away, because white will play another move here, either Nobi or Kosumi. If white plays away, black will block, and this group will die. It's only one eye. And it's better to take right away, because if you connect, white connects under anyway, but later in the game, it's still important to capture this stone at some point. Now, when you take it right away, and white plays S8, playing a move like R8 is not important. You can just try other things. So that's a good tactic. I mean, it's always good to know whether to capture directly or to add another stone. Yeah, like this, black got Gote for capturing that stone, and actually there is still Aji when white comes in between. So fix the problem in one move. Take the Ponuki, white defense, then play away. White expands the top with this move. Shoulder hit to reduce, that's good. Jump, fine too. Then make some base in the top. Actually here, black can keima. Then if white reduces the base from the top, peep once, then go up, threaten the corner a little bit. And if white defends here, go out, block the top. Anyway, when in danger, jump out, so it makes sense to escape like this too. But now the left side is in trouble. So usually the way to fight here is to play Kosumitsuke. The Kosumitsuke prevents the connection under, but also takes away liberty. So when white comes out, then there's a better way to attack those stones. But white will probably play a one space jump, and anyway, black will jump between the groups. So here white has to pay attention how to escape in the center. Also, black can consider the tsuke or the jump on top, allow the connection underneath, and cover to stay connected. But going down doesn't take away liberty, so white can jump here, and now black is in more troubles. But black managed to surround. Oh, should keep pushing to take away liberties. This is not so easy. White is surrounded, and white doesn't have room for ice, and when white cuts here, black just jumps out. Or let's say Atari, Atari, then protect in the middle. So the group just dies inside. White played too risky here. White doesn't have time to Hane, but come out. Kosumi, let black connect, then jump again. Somehow, black will need to protect against the cutting points. So white is out in the middle, like this, and black has to fix the top anyway. This is a successful invasion because white damaged all the points on the left side. So here, black had the chance to kill. Playing the Kosumi here leaves 2 cutting points when white pushes, so it's more dangerous. Oh, chance. A little chance here. Black can play Kosumitsuke. Now white will cut. Then if white plays this way, black Ataris. Then it's a trade. But this is expensive. The corner can die now. So, not too good. And Atari, connect, cut, Atari under. Atari like this, go out, turn, connect. But now white will struggle this way. Quite a mess. Not enough liberties for black, I guess. Yeah, this is a tough read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, interesting. Yeah, complicated for black because there are only 5 liberties and the group on the left can make more. So, not so great, risky. Therefore, yeah, black had to play the Hane. Ah, but these stones die now. Yeah, this was good actually. C10 is fine. They are captured. Black can play all the time this wedge, Atari, Atari, and catch everything. Alright, so white's invasion wasn't that successful after all. So let's see some more. Threatening the double. Oh, black is really brave. But it seems lots of liberties. Here it's quite proper to play a move like this. This turn it's, well, it's going to build some points in the middle, but the danger on the left side is that white can play this attach, the clamp, Atari, and then create an eye. Wait, even this way, to take away some liberties. So now, it's going to be a semi-eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties. 1, 2, 3. Ah, so it's a ko in fact. Okay. It seems black and Tenuki some more. Lots of liberties. Why didn't try the semi-eye yet? Hane under, very good. Here why should descend? So black is getting back some points. This move is not necessary, it's better to play a one space jump. When white pushes, black will catch the stones and then white needs to protect the top area. Like that is just pure capture in Gote for 2 stones. Oh, white answered. It was supposed to be Gote. Okay, there are bigger moves for white. For example, clamp here, or a one space jump, or a jump like this, threatening the push and cut. So, take, Atari, fine. This capture is pretty big. Nothing to do. Black will still capture the stones, very good. Turn, that's fine. Attach is good too. So all these moves are pretty neat and solid. Yeah, this block was also big. Go down, that's okay. Black keeps center. For black, it's actually pretty big to play a move like n18, then extend back. Make some points in the top, while reduces white. How about Atari, Atari, and connect? The stones will die. So playing Atari here will give a few extra points. Kosumi is big, so instead of this one, just Ogema. If white tries to resist, black will cut first and then connect back. And now white has to live in the corner, but the 3 stones will die. So playing here and then Michael 17 will give more points in the top, and this will actually win the game for black. No more snapbacks at the end. Oh, that was all good in center. Ah, big chance to kill here. Black should play O19. Well, there's a combination in the top where white will start a ko, but playing O19 it's a key point, so when white separates, black can connect. And now, oh sorry, black needs to play here to false DI left or right. And now the only option for black for white to leave is to play T18. But if this happens, it's a ko fight. So on the ko, let's see what kind of threats we got. Not much. Unfortunately, white is super solid everywhere. So just reduce here a little bit. Amazing. But O19 is a vital point anyway. So when black connects T18, white has to leave. Yeah, this Hane is center. For white, it's either E18, the solid move, or E17. E17 saves a point. Because when playing this one, black can push, white needs to protect, and then D18 it's a minus. But when playing D18, E17, D18 is not necessary anymore. So white could save 1 point. It's a close game, so every point matters. So white is trying to kill. Sorry, black is trying to kill, but white just made the ice. Playing like this, black has to play many moves inside, so black should play the wedge. And now there is only, if white resists, black answers every move. And at the end, if white plays here, black just adds 1 more move inside on the Hane, Atari, connect and connect. So black can save a few points on the left. Playing like this, white can connect, and now there are lots of liberties. Black will go down, white will Hane play this one, then Hane block, connect, connect, white connects, and then black still needs to play 3 more moves inside. So black could lose more points. Now it's fine. Everything is settled. This connection is not necessary because after all the neutral points are filled, when white plays E14, this will also force black capture the 4 stones because of the Atari on the outside. So playing here, it's like half point move. More interesting to play T18 to prevent the throw-in and ko. Then when white captures, black defend its center. Then play a move like this and get a few extra points in the middle. So, Hane, connect. Black can also defend this way. Then white connects, black protects, and there's an extra point at S15. Playing like this, white can push, block, connect, and the point disappears. Yeah, this Atari was good. That's not necessary to fill the ko. I mean, playing here, it's a half point move. So again, T18, white captures, descent. If M19, that is not necessary to add another move inside at the end. And when white takes the ko, you can fight this ko. Therefore, there are still 1-2 points moves on the board. This ko has to be fought at D1 just before saying pass at the end. But till then, gotta play the points, the real ones. So now if everything goes normal, white still wins the game by a few points, even without the snapback in the top. But I think this invasion on the bottom was the first and most important critical moment of the game, where black lost the stones without too much compensation on the outside, so it was better to try a reducing move or to read out a better way to escape. And yeah, on the right side, the Tsukiya Q6 and go up didn't do so much in the early stage, but on the left side black did well to capture those stones. White failed to come out in the middle after the invasion at b12 and d12, so it kinda compensated for black's mistake on the bottom. Interesting game, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Cheers.